Well, we got one person watching. Just getting the fire going. Getting ready to boil some sap tonight. Hey Todd. Figured I'd give this a try. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're getting the fire going in the evaporator. Hey Bracken, John, PA Trapper, how are you? So Todd, I need a little help with knowing how you pick moderators. And I was going to turn the camera around, but when I do that, my signs read backwards. So can you guys tell me if the sound is okay? I got my RO pump running in here and I don't know if it's too loud. Sound is good, John says. Okay, perfect. The other thing I could try is to try turning the noise cancellation on. Sarah's going to be home in a little bit. She'll be able to help with some of the reading the comments for me. That's funny, Bracken. Just trying to find a good spot for you guys. I might show you. So we got some slush in the pans. That's the sweet from our boil on Saturday. Our head tank up there. And then, sorry if I'm making you dizzy. We got an RO running here in the corner. Hey Jason, how are you? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I'll lower you guys down. I want to show you this blower on the fire while it's before she gets too cranking. So right here I have a switch that turns the blower on. And you can see it gets that fire going like a blowtorch. Thank you, Todd. We got 19 people watching. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Whoa. This is my first live. and I'm trying to get this figured out. Hey Chris, thanks for stopping in. We just got the fire going here a couple minutes ago. Letting the pans warm up. I got a little bit of slush in there from the last couple of days. Got a little bit of steam coming here already. So we collected 180 gallons tonight after work, and I'm getting an extremely late start. Burning mostly ash tonight. I had a bunch of pine that was on top of this stack. It burned up the other day. Hey Mike, Lake Ontario Firewood, thanks for stopping in. Hey Ken. Getting a little bit of steam. It's going to take a little bit in the back here to get rolling, but once it gets boiling, I'll show it to you guys again. Maybe I'll bring the camera over now. You guys can see this channel right here is a little bit of slush. This one back here, there's a bunch more slush. Hey Craig. Craig's favorite part, getting to see the wood loaded in the stove. Doing it without gloves right now, but after a while I got to put welding gloves on. It gets so hot it burns your knee just sitting here. Yeah, Jason, congrats on 2 years on YouTube. I don't think I got to comment on that video, but I did watch it. Chase, thanks for stopping in. Thank you. Just getting a little bit of steam rising there. Hey, Russ. Getting heated up. For those that are just coming in, we collected 180 gallons of sap today, and it's good clean sap. It's running about 2%. It didn't run as much as I thought it would have today. It did get up to almost 50 degrees, but we had teens, single digits Sunday night. Monday was cold. Yesterday it was overcast and like 30, but it just, I think with the snow melt we had Friday and Saturday, a lot of that froze. Took a while for things to thaw out. Starting to steam now. She's going to be boiling here real quick. Go ahead and get these cupola doors open. So for those that don't know, there's a, it's called a cupola on the roof. And there's two openings, one on either side, and I have little doors built with ropes that open that to let the steam out. American Country 716. Hey Ed, how you doing, buddy? Later, Russ. Step stool. No, I just need a stick to open the doors, Bracken. 76 degrees down there, Jason. That's crazy. They're calling for 76 here next Wednesday, which is not cool. Bring you guys over and show you this. It's just starting to boil. You can see that center channel right in here is bubbling. I know it gets hard to see. Got my new banner hung up today. So, in case anybody's wondering, we made 5 gallons of syrup on Saturday, finished and bottled it on Sunday, and the amount of wood we went through was that stack up to the rafters. If you guys got any questions, just throw them in the chat. I'll try to read them. Sarah's going to be here in a little bit. She can help me. I'm just bringing you guys along for the ride. I don't like it when things make noise like that. Kind of scares you. $150 gallons of sap. How much syrup will that produce? At 2%, we'll use the rule of 86, which is the Jones rule of 86. Take the percentage of sugar in the sap, which was 2% today, and you divide 86 by 2, so it'll be 43 gallons to 1. So at 100 and, what did I say? 180 gallons will be, give or take, 4.5 gallons of finished syrup when we're done. Todd, I don't believe we have any hedge around here. I got some black locust that I mix in, and that burns pretty hot too. Chris, that's a 2x4. With a Smoky Lake pan set, I've got, it's a 24 by 30 inch drop flue pan in the rear with a 24 by 18 syrup pan in the front, cross flow. Bring you guys over and show you the draw off box. I don't know if I can get this to right there. There's a little digital draw off box that a guy built. Tells me the current sap temp, and our target tonight is 217.5. Maple syrup, you're typically about 7.5 degrees over the point of boiling water, and that means water boiled today here at 210. So this thing tells me that H2O boils at 210, and that constantly changes. For those of you that didn't know that, and it's based on your elevation, the barometric pressure. It's getting quite steamy in here. Open up the doors for some makeup air. We are rolling now. Just going to readjust the float here a little bit. There's just a lot to watch. You got to make sure you don't go too low on the liquid level in the pans, because you'll burn the pan, you can scorch it, it'll warp. You got to keep an eye on the fire. Anybody that thinks doing firewood for a hobby is a lot of work, you should think about syrup. Chris, Weekend Warrior, knows what I'm talking about. Hey Jeff, thanks for stopping in. Matt, Walmart, yuck. Life's too short for fake maple syrup, man. Jason, it does get to be kind of like a sauna in here. People watching. Who would have ever thought a guy like me making syrup would have had a live stream with people watching? I'll take it. All right. I'm going to grab the phone off the tripod here. Hey Chris, thanks for stopping in. How's it feel to see your old pans making steam? I love these things, man. Matt, unfortunately I will not be making it to the Mid-South Firewood Expo. I wanted to go, but if the weather hope the weather doesn't do what they're saying it's going to do. But we should be making syrup then. Can you guys see that rolling boil off of that pan? Yeah, Bracken, I sure do. Matt, I ship syrup everywhere. Missouri is not a state that I've got syrup in yet. So, I'll do my best to do an explanation for you guys here. Let me start in this corner. Actually, let me step outside. I'll show you the... That tank has raw sap in it, 2% that I pump. One of my tanks is 450 feet away down the woods with probably at least 60 feet of elevation. And I pump it in them green hoses. They're 3/4 inch potable water hoses. No, Todd, there is not. So in the corner here I have an RO, which stands for reverse osmosis. That is sucking the sap from that tank. And basically it does the same thing an RO does in your house. The only difference is you're keeping everything that it's filtering out. So you're keeping all the minerals, you're keeping the sugar, and I'm getting rid of the clean water. So I can cut my water content in the sap down by at least 50%. I can go higher than that. So I have clean water right now going into this barrel because I use that to flush the RO at the end of the night. This tank here, that is concentrated sap going in there. Yeah, Ed, that's right. I got a cover on this one. Chris, right now I'm only ROing to about 5%, 5.5%. So then I'm pumping out of this tank. My plan was originally, if you guys watched my video from yesterday, this tank was supposed to be outside on a platform that it would feed straight in through the wall. But for now, I'm pumping into this little head tank. That is gravity feed into this warming pan, which has an outlet right there in the bottom corner. Comes out this hose into the float box. The float box is automatic on how much it lets the sap in, depending on how fast it's evaporating. So it automatically flows from that float box into the pan. Let me see here. I'm trying to give you guys the best angle. So it comes in the float box, comes in this channel. There's these dividers right here and right here. So the sap has to come all the way to the front, goes through a channel to the center, goes all the way to the back, goes to that side, comes all the way to the front. When it gets to this front corner, see, these two pans are separate. It comes out this pipe, comes all the way to the front of the syrup pan. And the syrup pan has 3 channels as well, and it goes over to here on the front one. It comes into the middle, comes across this way, goes across here, and back to that port right there. And that port is where we draw off finished syrup. And I'm just realizing now I don't have my draw off pail out here with me. Todd, you can make it as scientific as you want. You could boil on a turkey fryer and go to a certain temperature if you wanted. Guys, I love this. This is by far, for me, 100 times more fun than making firewood. I absolutely love it. Mike, you got that right. Jeff, that's quite a bit of syrup. And Jeff, I think I saw your question a while back. I didn't mean to skip over it. This is a a 2x4. So from the front of this to the back of that pan is 4 feet, and then I have this warming pan addition on the top, and it's 2 foot wide. So that's what they mean by 2x4. And we still got 26 people in here. That is incredible. Chris, you got that right. Maple syrup is an addicting process, and once you get bit by the maple bug, I don't want to say game over, but it's you're diving head first into spending lots of money. And it's just so rewarding. Just something about it. Oh, Mike, yeah, honey, that's another thing that's always intrigued me, but I don't have the time for that. Yeah, some of the equipment, Todd, can look quite scary and intimidating. You get into some of the big rigs, good grief, they look like spaceships. Later, Matt. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Just reading back through the chat. Ed, thank you. Larry Terrell, thanks for stopping in. $30 people. That's cool, Mike. A buddy of mine got into doing honey. It's very discouraging when your hives die, and before I forget, Craig, do you want to be added as a moderator as well? I added. Jason, I'll do that. Just need a few of you guys. I don't know how often I'll be doing this sort of thing, but for those of you that do come in, got to put a little bit of defoamer in. Jeff, she's not home right now. She's going to be home in a little bit, from what I am told. She was going to come out and help me. Can you guys see that boil in the front of that pan? If you ever wondered what a rolling boil looked like. Chris, yeah. I could go more if I had, with my RO, I could go higher percentage, but I just don't have the time by the time I get home from work. I barely have, as it is, I didn't get a fire going tonight till after 8. And that boil right there jumps so high, it comes up and it hits the side of the pan and runs down. Next thing you know, you're smelling burning sugar and you're wondering where it's coming from. I have to Smoky some deflectors that hook on the sides and on the front in like that to keep sap in. Old Swede, how you doing, John? Thanks for stopping in. The sound quality still good, guys? That smells amazing. Can you guys smell it through the phone? I wish you could. The target temp actually dropped a little bit. Went down a tenth. You see, this calculates the barometric pressure. Tells me when water boils. Jeff, that is absolutely right. And the cool part is, in the summertime, I can walk in this shack and it smells like syrup. It's like baked into the walls. Jason, it probably would. All right, gotta check this fire again. As soon as I find my gloves. Hi guys. You guys want to say hi to everybody watching? The crew just got home. American Country 716 says hi, kids.
Hi.
What? Apologize for the hands in front of the camera if you so Bracken, yes, I am worried about the coals on the floor, this part. That's why I don't worry too much about it getting wet. But that right there is cement board for that reason. So Jeff, in my shutdown process, I start I have a bunch of wood over there in buckets that's real small. Real thin slivers, scraps like that. That'll still be boiling without even a fire in there. It'll just be coals. So it took a little while to figure it out. I just had to come up with a shutdown procedure, kind of knowing how much sap I got left, when to stop putting big pieces in. Kind of depends on how much coals are in there. If I'm burning pine, there's usually not a whole lot. Most of the time, everything I have is a bit of a mix. The boss is here. Come to make sure everybody's working.
Crack that whip. I don't know where you left off.
So, Todd says, hello, boss. Ed says, hi, Sarah.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, Chris, they sure do. Hey, Craig, you should text Brandon. I can't do it with being in the live, but I know he was one that said he would watch. And I forgot to send him a message. Jeff says hi. I've just been showing him a little bit of what's going on in the pans and how things are working. I was hoping they could see a draw off, but it looks like we're a little ways from that happening.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Jeff. Hi, you already did.
Oh.
Chris said, Chris from the pan.
Oh.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for stopping in, Chris. I'm so glad that I found you and found the pans. That worked out great.
So Jeff wants to know how many taps do we have.
Well, right at the moment, we still have to put our buckets out that we do for the kids. Once we do that, we should have about 150 taps. But right now, there's 122 on lines, I think, give or take. We collected 180 gallons tonight.
So Brandon's gotten a couple text messages with no reply, and then Chris, Weekend Warrior, said, haha, we can all text him. And then Todd said, let's go, Tim, my pancakes are gonna be cold.
We might have to go open a bottle, Todd. Might have to go open a bottle.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer pancakes or waffles? French toast?
Or French toast. Yeah, you could do a poll in the live and see who likes what.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you can't really do a poll. You're just asking a question.
Oh. Well, what do you guys like? What's your favorite thing to do with maple syrup?
Everything is an acceptable answer.
Coffee, tea. Todd on mine said French toast. Oh, Chris, Weekend Warrior says, I like mine on vanilla ice cream.
Oh, that's delicious.
Bracken says, thin, crispy pancakes.
Yep, that's good too. I like my pancakes
We have waffles.
thin and crispy. I don't like them big, doughy.
Spaghetti. Some more waffles.
Spaghetti. Yeah, we've done the spaghetti thing before.
Yeah, we do. We cut the acid in front of the pans.
Yep. Here I am sleeping at the wheel. Got to fill the head tank back up.
We missed them usually are full.
So you, I don't know how well they can hear you because I've got the mic on. But I try to pump when I get down to 4 gallons, and I've got a mark. I know, but I've got a mark up here at 12 gallons. 4 gallons is here, 12 gallons is here. Then I just kind of have a rough idea how much I'm putting in all night, so it kind of gives me a gauge for how much syrup we should have. It's all useless information because it doesn't matter in the end.
So yeah, another waffle. Lake, or Mike, right? From Lake Ontario.
Yep.
Yep, Mike. He said he uses it in his coffee.
I use it in my coffee too.
Ken says more. Jeff wants to know if you give the kids each cup with a little bit of more syrup.
We do that, Jeff. We have little tiny sample cups that we do. We have these tiny little paper cups that when I get a draw, I'll throw under the thing and catch a little bit in there. That is very good.
So Ed likes syrup in his coffee. Jason says, I don't eat much of it, but the family loves it. Brian Shotless says, hi guys, I'm not here for long, but looks great.
Hey Brian, appreciate you stopping in.
Edward says, salmon flakes.
That sounds good too.
Do you have a recipe for that?
Never really been a salmon guy, but I'm sure maple syrup would make it taste just fine. I had a little bit of a mouse nest in that wood pile.
Bracken says he likes to put it in his chili.
Ooh, that's good too. You guys are making me hungry.
Jason wants to know, how long will you be up for this buck?
Oh, well, let's take a walk out to the sap tank and see. Show you how much is in here. So, yeah, keep an eye on that pump, thank you. Well, we might as well stop it now. I'm not used to this tank enough to know how much is actually in there by looking at it. We'll get there. Oh boy. There's at least a foot in this tank. That's got to be close to 75 gallons, say. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, 9 o'clock. Holy smokes. There's at least another hour worth of RO to do there. So it's probably going to be, I'll bet it's going to be midnight tonight, at least. You can see how fast that sap's running in the float, just to make up for the steam. Brian, thanks for stopping in. I hope you feel better. That's no fun. There was something I was going to tell you guys, and now I'm drawing a blank. Oh, I know what it was. I don't use oil, Jeff. What I use, it's basically, well, it's kind of like an oil. It's like a dehydrated, vegetable oil. It's a powder. So, just give you a quick explanation. The one reason we're not making syrup yet is, hey Jeremiah, thanks for stopping in. Because we had a hard freeze over the weekend, like Sunday was super cold and it was down to single digits Sunday night. I actually drained the pans off into 3 5-gallon buckets. So I lost my gradient, so I didn't have my more concentrated sugar from the syrup pan separate. It all mixed. And then we've been adding sap to it, so it takes a little longer to get our first draw. Now, like we'll be boiling again tomorrow, and I'll close this valve over here, right there on that pipe, and it'll keep the syrup pan separate from the flue pan. So that'll make syrup a lot faster when you're starting up that way. David Hart, thanks for stopping in. We're just making some maple syrup tonight, boiling sap. Still 23 of you guys in here. Anyways, I don't know how long you guys want to watch this.
We can watch it all night.
47 minutes so far. Todd says, until you're pouring that over some pancakes.
Oh, here.
Want to get them down up close and personal to firing it.
I got nowhere to go.
I'll probably run out of battery on my phone before too long. I didn't plan on doing a live, so I didn't get to charge my phone as long as I should have before this. I want to take you guys off the tripod and show you this. Can you guys see the flues up in there? They're the vertical ribs that go up and down. Those are filled with sap on the inside. That's why that thing boils so hard. We ain't going to Walmart, Ken. Well, Todd might have to. Todd, I'll remember that. I have to send you some syrup for batch number 2. Yeah, Chris is right. About 217, 218. It really depends on the day. Right now our temp is at 210. Our target draw off is 217.4. Some days it's been as low as 216.5. I've had days where it's 218.5. Jason wants batch 2 also if possible.
So, are we gonna put like visitors for this
Oh.
oil?
Yeah. I have this board, guys. I keep track of the date, how much I collected, how many gallons I boiled, how much syrup. I gotta write that on here. 5. Golden. Okay, tonight I started the fire. I think it was like 10 after 8. Visitors. YouTube Live. How's that? There's the RO. It's running about 150 psi. Pushing that sap through that membrane. Pushing the water through the membrane, sorry. Batch number 2, the live, Craig says. Broken Old Sweet says life is a batch. Life is a batch.
One batch at a time.
The YouTube Live Reserve Batch, they're calling it. That's what Ken said. The smell's getting a lot stronger. It smells really good. Really,
It's nice to see the steam coming out from the top.
really hoping for a draw so these guys could see that. We'll see. I changed the float box a little bit. We'll adjust the float box down and let her boil down. I want to take you guys outside and show you the steam coming out of the... Bring me some to Boonville. I could do that again, Mike. Did you enjoy the other stuff you got? I always love that look right there, having the steam and the smoke cast in the lights. It always looks super cool. I put up a new light on the back of the sugar house. Well, there's some more wood that we use. That's like all the cookies and the chunks and cut-offs that we use. I mix that in. That's always a cool look right there. That light might be shining in your windows, Todd. Bracken, I do have a picture of that from the other night. It was a lot colder out and the steam was actually going this way. I think I might try to get that framed. How we doing, Chief?
Went down 0.2 degrees.
Pure New York sign. We are in Western New York, Lee, Wyoming County to be exact. Northwestern, well, north central Wyoming County, I guess. Ed likes your shirt.
Thanks, Ed.
So guys, this pan in the back, I call it a warming pan. And basically, it doesn't get hot back there, but it gets warm. And that just helps when it's entering the pan here that it doesn't kill your boil. That's funny, Ken. Jeff, no, Todd is not. Mike, that's cool. I love syrup in my coffee. That's like the only way to drink coffee.
It's raining.
Is it starting to rain in here? I got to do something different on the roof of this sugar shack next year, guys. That got to put a vapor barrier under the tin, because what happens is it condensation builds up and it starts raining in here. drip right down the back of your neck. It doesn't drip over the pan though. That's a good thing. It does. Throwing firewood in this baby like it's free. 211. I don't know if we're going to get to see a draw, guys. I was really hoping, but probably should have started the fire before I started the live for a little while. I don't know. Take the phone off and show them the blower. I don't know if they've seen how big the blower is.
Well, he says his wife's from Bennington.
Oh, really? Well, that's not too far away. There's the size of the blower I got feeding that fire, guys. Just to give you an idea. About, I think, almost a 5-inch inside squirrel cage. Later, Ed. Thanks for stopping by. My phone's gonna be dying too. Alright, so some of you might be wondering what this little do jammies for. Hey Vic! So guys, this is a hydrometer. It's a weighted glass measuring instrument. And when you test your syrup, Chris will know all about this. So you have a hydrometer cup. You put your syrup sample in the cup, and then you have to have that glass, you put the glass hydrometer in there floating, and you want to see where it reads on that scale. There's a paper tube or a paper sleeve inside that glass tube. I went a step farther and I have this fancy hydrometer cup. It's called a Murphy compensation cup. So your bricks is your sugar percentage, and that changes based on temperature. And what you do is, this is basically a glorified thermometer with a different scale. And when that, wherever that needle is pointing is where you want this floating at. And you just basically line up the numbers or match the numbers and you got syrup. So when you do that, your hydrometer gets sticky. So you lay it on this little tray and the steam cleans the syrup off right back into the pan. Mike, I've heard that, but I don't know anything about doing that. He said I used one when he made beer to check gravity of the wort. So just taking a while to get there tonight, guys. I don't know why. Some nights the temp climbs like crazy, and other nights it seems like it takes forever. There's a lot. The air is very heavy. Ken, I don't know if that's the kind that he's referring to. And maybe that's something totally different than what I'm thinking it is. Is Todd still in here, or did he go to Walmart to get syrup for his pancakes?
Johnny, he's waiting for you. You're taking.
Sorry, Todd.
So how's the beer treating you with
Well,
maple season?
I don't know. It might be getting dried out with all this heat.
You want Lee wants to know how many taps you are working.
We got a few more to put in, Lee, but we should be at about 150 when we're done. So we got 122 on tubing right at the moment, and I started putting some buckets out tonight. I only got, I think, 4 of them put out.
And here's the best comment so far. Todd says, I can't eat that syrup anymore after seeing this. So you've changed Todd to the lighter side.
Oh,
The bright side.
like I said before, life's too short for fake maple syrup. And yes, Craig, they do already put that on a shirt.
No.
Craig was the one that told me I should get that put on a shirt. There's a few people that have that already. $2.12. We're getting a little closer. I'd like to stay on until we got a draw.
So Jason says that he hopes to make some next year. Craig says darn it.
Oh, the shirt?
Mike wants to know, have we ever made a cinnamon syrup?
I have not. I've always thought about trying that. The trouble with doing that kind of stuff is once you start flavoring syrup, your the state gets a little funny on selling, and you got to have a little different. You got to go about it a little differently than just selling syrup. And I'm not sure exactly what you have to do.
Brandon's on.
Hey, Brandon. Morning. Morning, Brandon.
And Chris says, I'm not sure if pink syrup is even legal here in Vermont.
Who said that?
Chris.
Chris.
So,
Yeah, maybe running fake syrup would be like running shine. Like trying to get fake maple syrup over the border.
Yep. Vic wants to know, or said 150, that's awesome. Been wanting to do this for years. Have you ever done black walnut?
I have not. My parents have a whole bunch of black walnut trees in their yard, but I don't know. Something to me about black walnut doesn't sound like it would taste very good. Maybe I'm wrong, but just I think like the black walnut leaves and the little stems from the leaves and the walnuts and everything, they just stink. You know, you put that stuff on a garden, and your garden won't even grow. So I've never thought about wanting to eat the sap from it.
And Jason said, so many rules.
I know some people do birch too. You could do birch syrup.
You have a couple more comments over there. Jason said, so many rules.
There's too many rules on everything, Jason. I mean, sometimes rules are good, but man, seems like any more nowadays. Check the comments after I check the fire. I'll have my little buddy Ian out here tonight to get buckets of wood.
I told him to be in bed by 9:30.
Yeah. So Bracken said your syrup ruined me for all other is no bueno, no good.
Yeah.
Mike said, well, give it away and ask for tips. Yep.
So that'd be like a cinnamon stick in, like put a cinnamon stick in it? I think so.
Brandon said, only thing that grows under walnuts is grass. Spring water. Do the kids put themselves to bed? Yes, they do, Jeff. Homeschooled kids are a different breed. I bet your beard is hard to wash after leaning over that pan all night. I try not to lean right over it, Todd. John says, Tim, you're going to have to put on some weight. Every time you turn sideways, you disappear from my screen.
Oh, you're, yeah.
It must be the camera, John. Although I am like 6'3", 6'4", and I go about 190 pounds, so I don't...
4.5 degrees to go.
4.5 degrees. That's too much for Todd.
Belly button's
He's-
gonna rub on his backbone.
He's gonna have to make a new batch of pancakes for breakfast. Oh, guys, that's too much fun. You guys still want to hang on here a little longer? You can't mess up that beard. You got a title to defend.
Who said that?
Later, Bracken. Todd did. Have a good night, Bracken. I appreciate you stopping in. Todd, I can't win the same category twice in a row. So Sarah told me I need to be going for the longest beard this year. I don't know if I'm going to make it that long, though.
Oh, less than 4 degrees.
Well, temp's climbing now, guys, so hopefully you're going to see a draw here real soon.
Give a sample. Oh,
3.8 to go. It's going to go pretty quick.
Ken wants to know, do extensions now.
Extensions. No, I don't know about that.
I guess we haven't really looked into this.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm not looking into beard extensions.
Jason says ZZ Top. Jeff says you need a beard net. Vic says cutting my seasonal beard off very soon. Spring and beard.
Seasonal beard, yeah. I've had this almost, well, we're going on close to 2 years.
I think we have somebody new. Flint Flipper says, what's this rig do?
Flint flipper. So we're making maple syrup. We're boiling down the sap for maple trees and making syrup. Okay. Go out the window with it. York Woods, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Brandon,
Got it.
I got a couple of those. Those are full. Just go out the window. So guys, look at this right here. That barrel's full. There's 50 gallons of water that I didn't have to boil tonight. All because of that RO. So we can boil off about 30 gallons an hour on the pans. So there's almost 2 hours of boiling that I didn't have to do. The head tank has just shy of 12 gallons in it, Jeff. This tank here, it's probably got 20 or 30 gallons in there, I'm guessing. We got stuff falling off the windowsill. Said to run the water line for the RO outside to the other milk tank. All right, guys. 2:14.6. We got 2.8 degrees to go before we draw, so we're getting close. And my battery's dying, so hopefully we're gonna make it. Yeah, Ken, RO is reverse osmosis. Try not to make you guys dizzy. So this is a giant filter membrane that this unit has 2 pumps at the bottom, and using pressure, we're running about 150 psi right now. It forces the water through that membrane and concentrates the sugars and the minerals in the sap. And at 50-50 flow, it cuts out half of the water. And though I'm not going as high as some guys do, some of the big operations go upwards of 30% concentration. I'm only going like 5.5 tonight. Craig, you staying warm by the stove or you're chilling by the stove? This is hot. It like burns your knees.
No, it burns your face.
Hot enough to melt your face.
Yeah, it's good though. Do you want me to go get your charger?
I'll have to turn the mic off if we do the charger.
Where?
We could try that. We got like 2.5 degrees to go. Charger's down on the garage bench. Put you guys back on the tripod. Yes, I have to use welding gloves, Jason, because that's the only thing that holds up. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't take too long, and my fingers get so dry just from the heat. $215.3. We're gonna take this cover off and get ready. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Is there any room over there in that power strip to plug in or no? Probably not. $215.5. Yeah, you could do that, but then the problem is you got to bring the phone close. Yeah, Chris, the bubbles are getting darker. This back channel really bubbles up. Yeah, Brandon, it was close to 50 here today. Vic, yeah, I follow Bissell Maple Farm too. Nate's he's a good guy. He's got a lot going on. This evaporator building and all that they're doing. Got some cool stuff. All right, guys, we are getting super close. Todd, get the pancakes warmed up. He's probably not even in here anymore. 216.2. Temp is climbing. So what do you want to do? So guys, when this gets within 1 degree on these numbers, 216, when that gets to within 1 degree, like it is now, it's supposed to turn this red light on. Sometimes it waits till it gets to like 0.9 away. There's the light. All right, let's bring the tripod over here. Shrink it down. Get you guys in here close. .6 degrees to go. $217. You know what this?
There you go, Todd.
Pour that back in. So guys, as you draw, the temperature climbs. So right now we're at 218.2. And I have this other valve here. This is an automatic valve. I have this one in here to throttle it, because you don't want it to be wide open. You want to take the phone off the tripod to show them this. All right, guys, so gotta let that equalize a little bit. According to this, I'm drawing way heavy. Way heavy. Yep. It's going to be a long draw. Look at that. Can you see it?
That works for Todd.
What do we got for comments? Well, there's closing. So guys, this valve here, it's either wide open or totally closed. So this valve down here I use for throttling, just making sure that it's not just pouring right straight out. Vic, thank you. I appreciate that. Chris, what we were drawing off Saturday was Golden Delicate.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff, the other one is. So if for some reason I lose power in the shack, I still have a way to draw. Show them how fast the sap's coming in the float box now. I don't know how good you guys can see that. That's how fast it's running in because of that draw. It's got to make up for the level.
Todd wants to know, is that finished syrup?
It is finished syrup, Todd. It'll be a little on the heavy side, so we'll have to thin it a little bit. I'd rather draw off heavy than to draw off light and have to boil it more later. So you might ask what I have to do to bring it back down to the level it's supposed to be. And Chris, I'd like to know what you used to do, Weekend Warrior. You can use distilled water, or you can just take some sap. You can take some sweet from the pan, and you can add that into it to thin it. If you use sap, you need to make sure you boil it to kill any bacteria or anything that's in it. Thanks, Chris. This was a lot of fun, guys. We've been on for an hour and 22 minutes. Just add bourbon.
You're gonna have another draw.
We're gonna have another draw.
The camera doesn't
It's
like
tough
me.
to get the screen to show up. We gotta fire it. We did that long draw. We gotta fire it. Way down on wood. Craig might like making syrup. He likes burning wood. We'll go through plenty of it.
Chris said he used to draw just a little white to mix it.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes what I'll do is I'll override the draw off valve if I know it's heavy, and I'll let it keep drawing thin afterward. And I may do that tonight yet if it's still drawing off heavy a little bit later. I'll just pull some extra off. Well, I'm glad you guys got to see a draw off. I was really hoping for that. Sorry it took so long to see it. Later, Jeff. The best part is, guys, the taste
Over there
test.
by your maple syrup sign.
You want me over here? You can see me through the steam.
Yeah, and you get the bubbles.
Oh, that's good. Man, that's good. You guys don't know what you're missing.
No, you got.
It's still hot.
I think you're gonna lose them.
All right.
So you got a couple questions
Set
there.
that down. All right.
Black locust.
Oh, it eats black locust, Vic, for sure. All right, guys, I'm losing battery, and we got a whole lot more to do tonight. So I really appreciate everybody that stopped in. If you guys are still here, this was a lot of fun. First live for me. Just try to do it again one of these nights. Maybe next week. We're boiling again or something. Nothing beats hot syrup from the pan. Have fun, guys. Hey, thanks for stopping in. So I guess with that, guys, I'm signing off. I hope y'all have a good night. Appreciate you. We'll keep you posted on our syrup making for the season. Hopefully the weather doesn't get too crazy. Thanks for stopping in, John. Appreciate you. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Todd. The new subscribers. Lee, thank you. All right, guys. With that, good Lord willing, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. See ya.